With Steve today is the Biggest Losers, Bob Harper, and also his dietitian from the Cleveland Clinic, Kristin Kirkpatrick. So, Steve, what went through your mind when you saw your whole family gathered there and Bob surprising you? What were you thinking?
Sitting there and seeing Bob come in there, I was just like, man, I'm in trouble now. It was a little scary what was going to happen, and seeing all the support my friends and family there as well, everything they put together, it was pretty cool.
They love you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They did a good job.
Well, I want to commend you. You lost 30 pounds, but even more importantly for me, you stopped smoking, which was a big issue. That stated, I have higher hopes for you. And I think sometimes on the show, when I'm talking to folks that I become fond of, like you, I feel badly when I have higher aspirations for you than you have for you. So I want to make sure that we're on the same line here. And I'm bringing this up because I'm still concerned about you. You know, we've done a lot of things, and yet people who I trust a lot, Bob, a good friend, who also cares for you, has some concerns. Actually, when you went down to Florida, what did you observe?
What I saw was a man struggling, and I think a man that lost motivation. And I think that it's really difficult, and I was trying to show him that it is difficult, and especially like when you think that you've got so much weight to lose and like so much to do. It's just like it's all about just what you can do today, and that's what I really wanted to get across to Steve. Is just like you've got to make those right choices one day at a time, and then trust the process, and then eventually your life will be coming back.
So we gave you a lot of resources, and we threw everything at you. Here's a list. Went to the Cleveland Clinic Lifestyle 180 program. We gave you Kristin, who's a world-class dietitian who's been working with you. Bob Harper, can't beat that. The Enforcer, Mike Roizen, a gym membership. I mean, a lot of things that I thought would provide every possible opportunity for you to do what you want to do in your life. But I think the bigger challenge we're facing is motivation. What's holding you back from going where you want to go?
Well, in the beginning, it was the not working and being unemployed. I wasn't as moving around or as motivated as I should have been.
You know, there are always going to be ups and downs in life. I can't let that derail you. I wouldn't be doing my job as a physician if I did that. Kristin, this is an expertise area of yours as well. You did a little calculation that I was intrigued to learn about Steve.
Right. Well, really, Dr. Oz, Steve started at 441 pounds. So for Steve, at his height, at his size, he really should have lost minimum about 50 pounds at this point, because it takes a lot to keep him alive. It takes a lot of calories, a lot of energy. So minimally, he should be a lot further than where he is.
Does that shock you?
No. I mean, I feel like I should be more.
I didn't think it would shock you. So there's the big question. Are you willing to go full force?
Yes. I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
All right. So Kristin, Bob, and I have come up with the plans. It's a 4-step plan for Steve and anybody else who needs motivation over the long term to lose weight. So come on up, let's take a look at it. If I could ask Kristin, let's do number 1, which is all about combating portion distortion.
Portion distortion. So when we look at a food diary, sometimes we realize we're either eating more than we think or less than we think. In Steve's case, with his height, with his size, he actually is eating too little calories. He's averaging about 1,500 calories a day. For him, that's not enough, and we need to rev up his metabolism. So we have a typical lunch for Steve, which I took immediately from his food diary. And as you see, we've actually added in some more calories, more bang for your nutritional buck. We've got a great turkey sandwich here, lean turkey, some hummus with carrots. And I want to increase his caloric intake by about 500 calories so that he's looking at around 2,000 calories a day.
All right. Second big issue is visualizing the finish line. This is important for you to get centered inside, find your heart. What's that about?
Right, so visualizing the finish line is kind of like a photo timeline. So Steve, if you can start today, take a photo of yourself, and then every week you're going to take another photo. And what that helps is it celebrates your small successes. So week by week, you can see the transformation that you're making, even if it's small, and then plan for the bigger goals ahead.
Can I show you a hero of mine?
Sure.
She was a guest on the show, Amy. Take a look behind you real quick. That's Amy, the day she came on the show. Now you can see her over the course of 3 months dramatically change her shape. And she's just heading in the right direction. But all of these become continuous reminders to her of how far she has come. All right, Bob, number 3 is all about automating workouts. This is a huge problem for you because you're not going to be able to accomplish this goal without Bob's advice on this.
Right, I think that automating your workouts, it's about getting it done first thing. I always tell people, it's like when you have the day ahead of you, there's going to be so many more excuses that you're not going to be able to get to the gym, you're not going to be able to get that workout. I tell people all the time, as soon as you get up in the morning, get it off of your to-do list. Then you don't have to worry whatever happens in the course of the day, you know you've gotten your workout in.
Bob, you know, I love The Biggest Loser. I think it does a wonderful job of getting people to appreciate how they can build community as they try to get in better shape. And you have advice from the ranch that I listen to all the time. Can you share one bit of this is important for Steve?
Well, the biggest secret at the Biggest Loser Ranch, and I've kind of given it to Steve.